Virgo, somebody's wanting to approach you. They're trying to work up the nerve to see if they can have better luck this time. I think they have tried this before and something really didn't go as planned, might have really headed south, might have gone south quick. Nosedive. That's what I'm hearing, nosedive, okay? They're trying to work up the courage to approach you, though, because they feel like you're not receptive. They may feel like you got your guard up, and they got to try to wear down your defenses here in some way, okay? I do think you've dealt with this person before. I do think you have guardian around this person. In some cases, you felt really undermined by this person, gaslighted by this person, like you felt like this person never wanted to address the problems in your situation. Oh, yeah. Ooh. There's been a lot of blockage around communication, real authentic communication in this connection, no matter what kind of connection it is. Okay, this could be a connection you share with a friend. It could be a family member. And it certainly could be a lover, be an old flame. I do feel like whatever this is, though, it's complicated. Okay. It's complicated, but I do feel like there's an opportunity for alignment, for balance. It's more a matter of timing here. Yeah. I think you have like sort of a negative view of this person, even though at one point they were like a soulmate to you. I do feel like this is somebody that was an important player in your life. You know, they held an important role in your life, whether they were a friend that you were really close with, or whether this was like a first love. Okay. But, you know, time, space, distance, lots of disappointment can make you separate yourself from a certain person. I feel like you dealt with one too many disappointments in a situation. And you may just now be coming into alignment with someone, and now all of a sudden they want to turn this disappointment around. It's like, well, where were you? Where was the offer when there was an opportunity to even put it on the table? Yeah, you don't feel like it's really fair because I feel like you're moving forward in a new direction. And just as you're starting to move forward here, somebody's wanting to put on the brakes. Somebody's wanting to put on the brakes for some kind of alignment you got here. Okay. Yeah. I think this sort of blindsided them. This might be a person that was used to having their way with you in the past. This might have been a person who worked you in the past. You might have felt very manipulated by this person in the past. You may have felt like this person had a lot of secrets. You feel like this person wasted your time. They had you hung up at the crossroads for a long time. It's given hangman energy. Yeah, hangman moon energy, actually. But then you saw something. It's like you saw through a certain manipulation, and that allowed you to take the power in your hands to take an action to transform your life. And I do think part of that transformation was distancing yourself from this connection, choosing to go in another direction entirely, right? You could have been dealing with Pisces. You could have been dealing with a Leo. Okay. That's what I see here so far. There could be some alignment coming in for you now, though. I do feel like there's somebody that you're uniting with here, and this looks good. Whoever you're uniting with now, whoever you're balancing things out with now, this is good. There's some kind of harmony in this connection. And this connection has given you a lot of strength, actually. It's given you hope for your future. It's allowing you to rise above challenges in the past. I think it's been very healing for you. And I think it's shocking this person, whatever this alignment is that's coming in for you. It could be just a friend who really has your back, or it could be a family member who's, sided with you in a situation, didn't let you get thrown under the bus. It could be somebody who's in your corner. It doesn't mean that the situation's always been great. There may have been challenges. You may have had problems with this person. Even if it's a family member, you may have had troubles with this person, but at the end of the day, you got each other's backs. There's something about that. There's somebody that's aligned with you, that hasn't given up on you, that believes in you, that loves you. I would say unconditionally, it looks like, and that's really restored your faith. It's restored your faith here. And that's a beautiful thing. This could be a Sagittarius. This could be a Capricorn in relation to that, okay? Doesn't have to be, but just to give you some ideas of what I'm seeing here on the board. There could be a Gemini connected to this as well. Something just fell away there, okay? What fell away here? Oh yeah, I like it. I feel like this is an answered prayer that's coming in for you here. If you haven't seen this arrive, you're going to see it arrive on the scene. It's going to start coming in this lunar cycle. It will be manifesting. You got 444 coming in here. Angels on the outfield orchestrating this for you. That's also a synchronicity number you should be on the lookout for. 444. Okay? Yeah, there's blessing around this. It's sort of like take your hands off of it, trust what your heart's telling you. You know who's got your back, who's been showing up. That's who you're aligned with, right? That's who you're aligned with. I feel like somebody here, like they had an opportunity to really show up for you when it counted and they didn't. And you haven't forgotten about that. You haven't forgotten about what happened back there. I think they're absolutely correct. Like you have your defenses up. You do. Yeah. I mean, with the 2 of diamonds coming up in the shadow, you feel like this person did nothing but just like rock your stability. You may have even felt like this person tried to pull a lot of funny business, played head games to try to chip away at your self-esteem, make you feel insecure, create some kind of shaky ground for you that was really hard for you to navigate. I don't think this was easy for you, whatever you balanced out here and whatever you made peace with, because I do feel like you arrived at a certain truth here. You found peace in the situation and you discovered who you're truly in alignment with, and it's a huge wake up call for somebody. I see that here. They weren't anticipating this at all. Okay. Let me see anything else that wants to come in around this. Something wanted to flip over and then changed its mind. I feel like that's this kind of energy this person's holding. It's like they think of calling and then they refrain. They think of shooting you a text or an email and then they go, no, maybe not right time. Like they're really doubting their own ability to balance this out with you. But I feel like it's important to them. I do think that they will press forward. I think there will be an attempt. This is sort of what's coming through. How will you handle this? How will you handle this advance? Because it looks like somebody's going to approach you and try to work things out. At the very least, to try to have some kind of peace between you. Okay, so maybe there's been a lot of arguments in this situation, or just we don't see things the same way, butting of heads, and it's really been a little bit of a difficult situation to balance out here. Right. And I do see things turning around for you here, right? But I think it's going to be balanced out for you with a little bit of this divine timing. It's almost like you have to take your hands off of it. Look at that. Wow. You have to take your hands off of it. It's not in your hands. Ace of Clubs in the light, okay, but in reverse. That means you're not the one who's meant to act here. This is meant to come towards you. Yeah. Look at that on the other side of the deck. Ace of Clubs in the shadow. So if you're thinking of taking some action right now, nope. I feel like this will go down more in such a way that it'll be divinely orchestrated, all right? It's more like the stars align, things just play out just so you end up being at the same place at the same time. You bump into each other, something like this. or something is going to really unexpectedly shift in your situation where there will be a clear signal like, okay, it's okay to have this conversation. It's okay to have this meeting. It's okay to receive this person or to advance toward this person. It did really have the feel, though, of somebody moving towards you. But if you know you've been kind of grappling with this, like trying to figure out if you should approach somebody or not, I think it's really kind of coming through in such a way where the other person could be wondering how come you haven't reached out to them. Like maybe you're both sitting in this place. Okay. One more round here. Any more details about this for Virgo? But I do see something shifting, but it's like take your hands off of it. Take your hands off of it. Okay. Let the old energy dissipate. I do feel like whoever this is, they're closing some things out in their life right now, and it's pretty heavy. So now may not be the best time. It actually could do more harm than good. Yeah, I think it could be a disappointment if this is acted on too soon. So if you know you've been navigating a bunch of stuff and you're trying to close out old cycles and you got a lot on your plate, I feel like you're not receptive to deal with this right now. It doesn't look like it. It looks like 11:22 on the clock. Although I do feel like the alignment will come down the road. But see, there's so much like synchronicity that's playing out around this meeting. It's not something that can be rushed though. Take your hands off of it. That's the message. And if you're in this spot, where you've been wondering, should I reach out to so-and-so? Should I talk to them? Should I answer, their phone call? No, maybe not right now. Okay. Maybe not right now if you're in that conflicted space. But if this is somebody watching, a cross watcher who's considering approaching a Virgo, it doesn't look like right now is the time to do it at all. No. It doesn't look like it to me. It looks like you're resting, you're integrating some heavy stuff that you've been through. You've had to close out some real heavy shit here, Virgo. And I think you're just trying to like get your bearings a little bit, feel a little bit more stability. Let me do a cut the deck here, see what we got, especially in relation to this person. Yeah, it's not a good time. It's not a good time. And it's not a good time for you to let this in, Virgo, if this person approaches you. Because, yeah, it's too fresh. Whatever this was, these lies, this sneaky stuff that was pulled with you, you feel like you got done dirty here. You don't feel like what happened was cool at all. You may feel like you need justice in a situation too. I could see that. Like you just feel like, no, that ain't right. That ain't right. Mm-mm. In your heart, it doesn't feel right. And I do feel you're really blocked to this advance. Look at this. There's the advance. And you got an ace of spades here. So it's definitely somebody that you ended things with. And what you're worried about with this person, you feel like they know how to manipulate. Like you're afraid this person will work you. And you'll feel it's a manipulation when this person approaches you too. Got water sign energy there. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces came out pretty strong. I also see Cancer indications on the board here as well. Scorpio came in too. So any of the water signs could be playing a role here. Yeah. I feel like this is your energy, King of Spades, Virgo. It can also be air sign energy, but you might have a real strong air sign placement. And if you do, you've gone to that cold place in your air sign placement where you're really detached here. I feel like, no, no. I'm moving away from this. Stay away from me. That's what it looks like. Stay away from me. I think that's what you're going to feel when this message comes in. I'm just getting to a place where I'm starting to balance out. Leave me alone. That's how it's coming through. Somebody doesn't want to be bothered right now. Okay. But do anticipate this. I feel like when the timing's right, life's going to handle that for you. It's not a matter of either of you dictating it, really. It's sort of how it's coming through, or at least the clarity around when it's time to act will become very apparent at the appropriate time. We're going to get you a power card here. This is a way for you to focus your energy during this lunar cycle. leading up to that Leo new moon. So you will know the right way to sort of seed your future here. I saw a flash of the forgiveness card. So I do feel like forgiveness is part of this, like just letting yourself release the burden of this issue by just letting go. Like sometimes there isn't space to be held for having a conversation if something is too fresh, because it can allow you to easily get roped back into dynamics where you weren't standing in your strength, because you still have healing that you need to do. And I think there's a need for more space from this particular person in this situation, and also just for you to get back on your feet, balanced out in a way where you feel like you're really in a strong position before you'll be ready for this. And I think if the other person was honest with themselves, they would agree the same. Okay, so I think it's something that's going to be taken care of for you, but this is just going to be a way for you to focus your energy for maximum benefit. Yeah, let things come to a close. Just continue to wrap things up during this lunar cycle. Stay in that place of reflection, integration. On the other side of this ending, you're going to see infinite possibilities, okay? There's a lot of timing, synchronicity, and benevolent forces working on your behalf. So it may seem like you got dealt a real rough hand, or something hasn't been fair, or it's been run about luck, but I feel like this is the point where fortune meets opportunity, and you might not see it right now, but the more you continue to close out the old energy, you will. That view is up ahead. What do we got here? Crossing energy coming through. Do you see? This magic moment, you will get your vehicle that will move you forward. You're not going to be stuck. You're going to be heading into this time in your life when there's a lot of things to look forward to. I also feel like you're able to work your magic at this time to call in what you want. So focus on the new, focus on the other side of the storm, and focus more on the quality of what you're wanting to really embody in your life. So instead of focusing on a specific objective, let's say, let's just think of a sort of spirit you want to be in. Maybe the spirit of celebration is sort of coming through. Celebration might be a really good mantra for you, a good place to sort of focus your energy, just in imbibing a bit of that spirit of celebration each and every day. 1744 on the clock. I think that's a good way to bring your star into view. But you are transforming the energy here. You're transmuting the energy. You're getting to the other side of a storm you experienced, and it will bring new beginnings for you. And again, got Gemini energy there. I think this is when there will be that magic moment of alignment and something will be transformed. But before that, there's still the need to recover from what was cloaked, what was difficult to really see and acknowledge. It looks like something that was deceptive in nature. But I think when all is said and done, you'll be grateful for the lesson because it helped you arrive at the truth in you.